What's up, viewers? With me today, I'm really excited to have Earl Cabellon and Ryan Holbrook. They're paired together as a mentor-mentee in the NIRSA mentor program, two awesome individuals. So really excited to highlight their story with you all today. I'll let them introduce themselves to you. I guess maybe Earl first and then Ryan can follow. How about maybe with where you attended undergrad, kind of what got you into campus rec, and then your current role at your current institution.
All right, I'll start off. Thanks, Will, for having me on here. Very excited. So my name is Earl Cabellon. I'm currently the Assistant Director for Student Personnel at the University of Maryland, University of Recreation and Wellness. And my professional story started during my undergrad days at the University of Rhode Island, where I was an undergrad student working at the rec center there under the mentorship of Art Tuvison and Jody Hawkins, who kind of nudged me to get into the field. And then as a result, I went to NIRSA and applied for grad assistantships and got a GA position at Bowling Green State University in Northwest Ohio, where I was the grad assistant for facilities. And then in 2004, I did my professional search and landed here at the University of Maryland, and I started off as the coordinator of facilities and then was later promoted to the assistant director for student personnel, where I'm currently at now. So been involved with NIRSA since '99. And been loving it ever since. So that's my story.
That's great. Thanks, Earl. How about you, Ryan?
So current position is graduate assistant of facility operations at the University of Utah in good old Salt Lake City. Attended undergrad at the University of North Carolina, Wilmington, so I had to make the East Coast to West Coast jump. And kind of got my start in campus recreation and in NIRSA at the end of my sophomore year. Started working at the Campus Recreation Center, and one of my bosses kind of noticed I wanted to do something recreation related, and he noticed that he saw a little bit of potential, and so he kind of pushed me towards NIRSA. I had no idea what it was, so became a student member, attended my first conference in Nashville, and then went to Region 2 in Richmond, Virginia, and then proceeded to go to Grapevine, Texas. That was the last conference I was able to attend, but looking forward to continuing pursuits in campus recreation. So
that's great. That's awesome, Ryan, that you had, a mentor at UNC Wilmington, on campus with you, and then also now you're able to develop relationships with guys like Earl virtually through the mentor program. So Earl, I guess my first question is for you, and something that you didn't mention is that you are the Region 1 regional rep with the member network, and so you have a little bit of a deeper interaction with the mentor program and kind of have some hands behind it. So maybe give me a quick rundown of the mentor program from your perspective.
Yeah, sure. I've been fortunate enough to be in my second year of the member network and specifically working with the mentor program. And for me as a professional, it's all about giving back. We're in this field because someone believed in us and someone nudged us to be into the field. And, being in the planning stages of this program, it's just great to kind of see where it's evolved. And the sheer numbers of mentors out there have been absolutely phenomenal. Kudos to all my NIRSA professional members who are a part of this program because it is very rewarding. I think it's also kind of evolved as well because a lot of the mentorship doesn't have to happen at conference. Between Ryan and I, we've been able to connect through this platform, Google Hangout, and through the phone. And so it's kind of evolved, and it's nice to be able to have those platforms. It's also good to have these triple plays that I know the student leadership team are very intentional about, and so it gives an opportunity for mentors and mentees to kind of circle around topics, because not everyone is a good facilitator, and it gives the opportunity to use those triple play videos, articles, to really spear some talking points within the mentor and mentee conversations. And so again, I think it's been for me a rewarding experience to be able to coach and mentor Ryan through his first and second year as a grad assistant at University of Utah, and look forward to keeping in touch with him and really helping him through his professional search coming up here shortly.
Yeah, very cool. So I guess building off of that, Ryan, for you, when did you sign up to be a member of the mentor program? When were you paired with Earl, and then how has your relationship developed through that time?
So I signed up through the mentor program after about a year of knowing about it. Just never got around to it until the beginning of last year. So as soon as I got out to the University of Utah, so that would be fall 2015. And as soon as Erica Estes at the time saw my name come across the wire, we had a couple different connections. She then texted me and said, I think I've got the perfect person for you if this is who you want. And so I think within a week, I was paired with Earl from the time that I signed up. So it was no turnaround at all. And shout out to Erica for the perfect pairing. But I think the relationship, even though we've been able to talk, every month or maybe as often as we had wanted to due to busy schedules and busy lives, I think we had a talk probably about a month and a half, 2 months ago, and through no intentions at all, ended up getting a lot deeper than I thought, a NIRSA hangout would get. And so more than just a NIRSA mentor, he's become kind of a life mentor as well, and it's been great to evolve kind of in this first year and looking to see how it progresses, in years to come.
Nice. So I guess building off of that, Ryan, how often typically do you and Earl converse? What type of ways do you converse? Do you converse through like text or these type of Google Hangouts and stuff? And have you been able to meet at a conference or anything like that?
So we have, again, done Google Hangouts. That was kind of our first interaction after email, because we talked back and forth through email just to make sure we could get a time right. And so we really got to talk for the first time, I'd say, in November, after being paired and getting schedules correct. Actually, it was probably October. And then through Earl having a new addition to the family and me having some different issues going on, we weren't able to connect again other than phone call until I'd say probably 5-6 months after our initial contact. But it was like we didn't skip a beat, which was great. And so throughout the next year, I think we want to try and contact a little bit more and stay a little more in touch. But unfortunately, haven't had the opportunity to meet Earl at a conference yet. Was unable to get to national conference this past year, which would have been our only opportunity due to completely opposite sides of this country. But definitely looking forward to meeting Earl and getting into Washington, D.C. because I've got the green light to get out there. So looking forward to it.
Awesome. Yeah, that's great. One of my favorite things about this program is that every relationship is different, whether you're able to meet at a conference or not, but it's still cool that you guys are able to grow kind of as you have. So really excited for that for both of you in the coming year. Earl, I guess back to you. What are some of the biggest benefits that you see as being a part of the mentor program, maybe for those who are watching that aren't a member or haven't registered yet but may be interested?
Yeah, like I said, I think the major benefit is just the ability to coach and mentor a student who, doesn't work with you directly, but you can kind of monitor the progression. And so I think that's kind of our role as collegiate recreation professionals, is to give back. I think we get too lost in the day-to-day minutia of our jobs, and we forget that there are emerging professionals and students out there that need really solid mentors. And so I try to practice what I preach and try to give back to those I can give back to. And so I think that is the biggest benefit. And that's why we're here. Again, just to go back, we all got into this field because someone believed in us. And so if I can help a NIRSA student kind of get from A to B and kind of walk through some challenging situations, or giving them another frame of mind to think about an approach, I will do that. And I think we're called to do that as NIRSA colleagues and collegiate recreation professionals. So for those of you who are considering joining, it is extremely rewarding. And I think that you just have to budget time. And Ryan and I have been, we'll go back and forth with, schedules and life events happening. But I think at the end of the day, he knows that I'm only a phone call away, and if he needs me, that I'll be there to navigate him through a situation that he might need. And so, yeah, I've been, again, really fortunate to be paired with Ryan, and look forward to, seeing his life events occur in the next few months, and keeping tabs on his job prospects here in the next year or so. Pretty excited.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, I'm excited to see what Ryan ends up to here in a year. It's going to be pretty cool. So I guess, Ryan, for you, what have you benefited from most by being paired with Earl or being a member of the mentor program in general?
Well, to start being paired with Earl, it's great to have a contact who not necessarily is from your previous institution or an institution that you're currently at. It's sometimes tough to reach out to those individuals because you may have ideas or questions that, first off, you might not feel comfortable asking, your current boss or your current staff members that you work with. So Earl has, when I first got here and was kind of hit with culture shock by, a completely different setting, completely different department, I don't think I was 100% ready for it. And the first time Earl and I talked, he was able to kind of let me know what it means to, how to settle in, how to be a grad assistant in an essence, and not to come in because there was many ideas that I may have had for the department, but it was not at all the right timing. And he kind of let me know that, and definitely helped me learn the ropes, even though, again, we haven't been able to physically meet, but has been able to talk me through many different situations. So that's, I think, the biggest benefit of being paired with Earl. In the mentor program in general, I can say that, going to NIRSA, you always meet, inspiring people, people who have been in the field for many years. And so I still have, from take a student to lunch, I still have contact with, a couple of those people that I've been to lunches with. But I think the mentor program fosters a deeper connection than, some short instances that you get from NIRSA conferences. So it's, it's another, almost as a big brother at the, in an essence. So I think the mentor program is perfect for anyone who's interested in this field or just interested in growing as a person.
Yeah, that's great. And, going off of that, for those of you watching, now is a better time than ever to register for the mentor program as we're getting into another school year, the start of the year. And as Earl mentioned earlier, the triple plays with guided content that we help facilitate for you all is going to come out late August, so you can be looking to that. That'll be coming out soon to you all if you're able to register in time. So, and then those of you that are already registered for the program and maybe you're just watching this video, we'd love as a student leadership team and myself for you to reach out to us with your success stories like Earl and Ryan have. We're really excited for the platform and the opportunity to be able to highlight your success stories for others to encourage them to be involved. So, Ryan, Earl, really appreciate you being with me today. And for everyone else out there, until next time, peace, love, and NIRSA.